As we take a quick break from tournament coverage, all of us at the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union want to extend our sincere appreciation to our title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau, for their continued support of this championship event. I'm joined once again by Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, who's here to share more about the special souvenirs our participating student athletes will be taking home this week.
You know, that's right, Erin. Our incredible student athletes won't be leaving empty-handed. Every athlete competing today will take home a custom souvenir bag tag to commemorate their hard work and dedication. And for our championship teams, we're thrilled to present pink championship ball caps, a bold symbol of everything that they've earned. Athletes will also receive a signature ball, perfect for collecting autographs from coaches and teammates and creating a keepsake that they'll treasure for years. Each of these items is more than just swag. They're reminders of what's possible when you work hard and follow your dreams.
Brent, thank you to the Iowa Farm Bureau for helping make this championship experience so special for our athletes. Now let's get back to the action.
Good afternoon and welcome to Iowa Central at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm Henry Gonzalez, joined by Thomas Campbell, and we have a great matchup today in the semifinal round between the number 1 Williamsburg Raiders and the number 4 Mount Vernon Mustangs, right here on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy. And Thomas, we have a matchup between the last 4 winners of the state 3A championship, so it is safe to assume that one of them will possibly have a great chance of winning the title once again. Mount Vernon trying to reclaim the mountaintop, winning in 2022, but the last 3 years have been Williamsburg.
Yeah, Williamsburg going for that historic 4th in a row, and one of these two teams will be in the state championship, whether it's this game that puts them through or a potential rematch. And it's almost kind of a 3-game series between the two, as they met earlier yesterday. Mount Vernon took that one 5-4. Williamsburg then had to beat PCM to get to this spot. These are two very good teams. They both played very well yesterday, but a little bit of a wrinkle in this matchup is that Kaylin Becker will be starting in the circle instead of Jersey Metz, who has been the Raiders' best pitcher and their workhorse. Instead, it's going to be Becker, who's made a lot of appearances. She's made 19, pitched 49 innings, but only 25 strikeouts, although does have an ERA of 1.14 to lead the team.
Yeah, Williamsburg attempting kind of, okay, we're going to win this first game, and then we're going to put our best pitcher out in the second game to advance to the championship, whereas Mount Vernon playing no games, starting Hayden Gukin immediately.
Yeah, and I think, that's the advantage that Mount Vernon gained by winning yesterday. They didn't have to play another elimination game. And also, if they lose this one, they're not out. Williamsburg loses this, they go home, Mount Vernon onto the state title.
It's time to meet the teams for today's game, so let's go to the public address announcer.
Friends, welcome to Iowa Central Field for the 2026 Girls State Softball Semifinals presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Today's matchup features the Mustangs from Mount Vernon and the Raiders from Williamsburg. Non-starters, first for the visitors from Mount Vernon. Number 3, Avery Pershing. Number 9, Courtney Thurm. Number 14, Lydia Wood. And number 16, Skylar Pasker. Assistant coaches for the Mustangs, Nolan Brand, Bryn Kennedy, and Jolyn Winkler. And now the starting lineup for the Mustangs. Leading off, the first baseman, number 15, Sophia Patton. Batting second and second shortstop, number 2, Lucy Wishmeyer. Batting third and pitching, number 17, Hayden Gukin. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 18, Brindley Betcher. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 7, Kinley Nissen. Batting sixth and at third base, number 19, Riley Rasmussen. Batting seventh at second base, number 5, Carly Elliott. At 8th in the left field, number 8, Annabelle Smith. At 9th and in right field, number 12, Sorrel Talecki. Head coach for the Mustangs is Robin Brand. Now let's meet the non-starters for the home team, the Williamsburg Raiders. Number 1, Captain Spratt. Number 3, Henley Sanchez. Number 5, Aubrey Messer. Number 7, Cora Fisher. Number 8, Harper Weingarten. Number 10, Maggie Jensen. Number 18, Jordan Skaggs. Number 19, Sophia Stratton. Number 21, Layla Dorman. Number 22, Braylee Potts. Assistant coaches, Jenna Thurm, Ellie Ridgway, Gwen Mays, Shannon Finn, Allie Gorsh, and Peyton Driscoll. Now the starting lineup for the Raiders, leading off in center field, number 12, Ava Hooker. Batting second at shortstop, number 15, Riley Allen. Batting third at second base, number 2, Taylor Sanchez. Batting fourth in the left field, number 11, Harper Myers. Batting 50, designated player, number 17, Jersey Metz. Batting 60, first baseman, number 4, McKenna Capper. Batting seventh in right field, number 6, Maddie Gorsh. Batting eighth at third base, number 9, Clarissa Sewer. Batting ninth and catching, number 16, Lily Ness. And flex and pitching, number 13, Kaylin Becker. Head coach for the Raiders, Adam Birdie. Now it's time to play state tournament softball. Our umpires, as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Paul Bird. At third base, Eric Bowl. And behind home plate, Phil Priest.
You're watching the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. As the sole title sponsor of Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to champion our youth and all they have to offer Iowa's future. So just about getting set between the Williamsburg Raiders and the Mount Vernon Mustangs. Williamsburg in the all-whites, long pants, and Mount Vernon in the black with white pinstripes for today's matchup. Coming into this matchup, Mount Vernon at 35-7 and Williamsburg at 39-6. So two juggernauts for this showdown. And Mount Vernon, since 2009, has kind of had Williamsburg number 19-10, and they had a doubleheader earlier this season. But what matters most is Mount Vernon winning their first matchup 5-4.
Yeah, absolutely. That gives the Mustangs a leg up, knowing that this game is not the end-all, be-all, like it has the possibility of being for Williamsburg. And these teams obviously familiar. They've already played each other 3 times this season.
Just about set for first pitch is outside to Sophia Patton. Patton is 3 for 7 if you want to count it a 3-game series for Williamsburg. This one's hit out to left. Going back is Myers. Myers makes a grab, and the first out recorded in this game.
Yeah, Myers did really well to track that ball. The wind's not blowing as much, but it'll still have some effect. And looking right up into the sun, which is kind of behind us at this moment, does well to track that ball.
Mentioned Kaylin Becker getting the start today. 49 innings of work, 1.14 ERA. So fully capable coming into this game with a 7-1 record. She finds the zone. Long look in. 0-1. Way outside.
And Becker, a solid pitcher in her own right. Wouldn't be surprised, though, if she does run into trouble that we do see Jersey Metz.
Metz, designated player today, slated to play in the potential second game if Williamsburg was to be victorious in this first one. They'd force another game, and that winner would go to the state championship. However, Mount Vernon, since they beat Williamsburg in the previous round in that quarterfinal matchup, they would advance to the 3A state championship. That's high and away, 2-2 now.
And both coaches going with different decisions on the mound today. And I think that shows kind of a similar thinking of they have confidence in their team. Williamsburg confident that they'll force a third. Mount Vernon confident that they won't need to play them again.
You'd love to see the confidence from both head coaches, Robin Brand and Adam Bertie, and these coaches have state championship experience, state playoff experience, but Williamsburg seeking that fourth title. The full count, hit to right, and making the grab to her left was Gorsh. Now 2 away.
Yeah, impressive recovery from Gorsh. Stepped the wrong way at first. The ball began to fade. Good job to just flash the leather, get it down, and make that play.
Now here's Hayden Gukin. Throughout the 2 matchups, she's 0 for 3, but has reached base via the walk on multiple occasions. She walked 3 times in their second matchup, and then reached on an error, and then another walk in their first matchup. This one's hitting to left, drifting foul, and just out of the reach of Harper Myers.
Seen some aggressive hitting and, a decent amount of power from Mount Vernon so far. Every ball really traveling out there to the outfield. Just haven't found one that got down fair.
And Gukin leads the team with 14 long bombs this season. Below the knees, eluding the strike zone at 2-1 now. It's a much better day than their first matchup, where it was over 100 degrees, or the real field felt like 100 degrees. Had hydration breaks throughout the day.
Yeah, certainly. And also the wind calmed down a little bit, so shouldn't have as much play on the ball as it has.
3-1 now from Becker. Misses the zone, and once again, Gukin managing to find her way on base via the walk. 2-out base runner for Mount Vernon. That'll bring up Brinley Betcher. The catcher is 4 of 7 through the 2 games so far and has a home run. That home run was good enough to put Mount Vernon on top.
Yeah, and a big hitter here would be a big momentum boost for Mount Vernon to lead this game in the first, especially if you get runs with 2 outs.
Inside, and catches the inside part of the zone. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Big swing and a miss from Betcher. Now down in the count. Becker with a chance to strand the runner at first and get out of this inning. Hit towards Sanchez. Sanchez underhand toss to first in time. 1 walk and 1 runner left on base, but no damage done. We head to the bottom of the first, tied at 0.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Welcome back to the bottom of the first on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Hayden Gookin in the circle for today's matchup. Gookin, of course, the junior workhorse, over 150 innings pitched so far, 0.95 ERA. And Gookin, 22 wins on the season. Just been stellar so far, and in charge of getting the victory today so they can rest for the state championship in Class 3A.
Yeah, I think the decision to walk Gookin out there, it shows a lot of confidence from Coach Brand, because Gookin's clearly the best arm on this team. Kinley Nissen's all right, only a 2.74 ERA, but significantly less innings pitched than Gookin this season.
Due up for the Raiders is Ava Hooker, Kylie Allen, and Taylor Sanchez. Hooker 1 for 5 through the first 2 games in this postseason. Driven in past the infield and into the outfield, and leading off for the Raiders with a base hit.
Yeah, and the Raiders started yesterday with 3 singles where Kinley Nissen robbed what would have been a great home run. Hoping to start a little bit better and even maybe a little bit more lucky today.
Yeah, that first inning saw Hooker, Allen, and Sanchez all single, but Nissen made a catch right at the fence. We immediately called it might be the play of the tournament, and it saved them that game, winning 5-4. That definitely is a moment you could call the difference. Showing bunt, no throw down to second, and Hooker slides in easily with another stolen base. So, called strike on that pitch. One. Bunt. Gookin, throw to first in time, but Hooker advances to third. 1 away.
Yeah, the small ball there, I think, gives Williamsburg honestly a better chance to score than they had yesterday. You take away the force out almost everywhere except first, and even force out at first probably brings a runner across with only 1 out.
So now the Creighton commit stand up to the plate. Taylor Sanchez, a junior. Second baseman looking to bring Hooker home. This is the plate. Now ahead 1-0. Sanchez went 1 for 3 against Mount Vernon originally and reached with the walk. Big miss there. Had Sanchez off balance. Gookin now evens the count. Shows bunt. Gookin, throw home. Not in time. RBI infield single or fielder's choice, and Sanchez advances hooker home, and the Raiders take the lead 1-0.
Yeah, and Gukin reacted well to that. Just, the speed of the runner and just a little too much.
So now Sanchez on first for Harper Myers. Fouled back. Myers had a pair of singles in their matchup against Mount Vernon. One of those singles was a pop-up that fell to the ground, and she tried to stretch it into two, but got caught at second. Now Myers quickly down 0-2. After that ball misses the zone. It's a 1-2 count. Gukin back on the rubber, delivers underneath the knees. 2-2. Two. Inside, rung her up. First strikeout. Looking on the day for Hayden Gukin.
Yeah, really good pitch there from Gukin, and a good job to settle down after giving up a run in the opening inning.
So now 2 outs in the first. I'll bring up the designated player, Jersey Mets. Mets had a single, came across the score in the fourth in their last matchup. Looks at a strike. One. And now Mets has seen 2 straight strikes in the zone, and the bat has not left her shoulder. Now down in the count, 1-2 with 2 outs. Runner on first. That ball trickles in. Just didn't quite get the grip on the ball that she wanted.
No, not quite.
So now a pair of 2s. Popped up. Gukin under it. Makes the grab for the final out of the first inning. So a run comes across the score, but one left stranded. Williamsburg takes the lead 1-0 as we head to the top of the second.
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Second inning on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Kinley Nissen leading off, and Rasmussen Elliott due up for the Mustangs. Nissen, their matchup against
Number 7, Kinley Nissen.
Williamsburg. Nissen had a pair of singles and a sac fly. First pitch doesn't enter the zone.
Good play die there, I think. Mount Vernon's really going to have to attack Becker today. They won't want to see Metz in the second one.
Right back at Becker and past her into center field. Leadoff single for Nissen. That ball was out of there in a hurry. Now Riley Rasmussen. Third baseman had a double against Williamsburg, and that double was part of that huge fifth inning. Shows bunt, pulls back.
We know the speed Nissen's got. She flashed in the field a few times yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised to see her take off running.
Nissen always in that track stance to fire off a base. Rasmussen got a little piece on the bunt attempt, but it goes foul. 1-1 now. Now Rasmussen finally in the box. Becker fires. This is the zone. Mount Vernon trying to get this victory and move on to the state championship and return to the 3A final. And they won in 22, but Williamsburg has been in their way ever since, winning 3 straight titles. Williamsburg lost a couple starters from last season's team, but this is one of their best versions of the Raiders. That pitch misses zone, but not by much, and Rasmussen has evened it up.
Yeah, good pitch there. It was close. The Williamsburg fans, I think, definitely expected a punch out.
Here's the payoff pitch. Driven into right, going back is Gorsh. Gorsh makes the grab. Throw to first. Won't double up the speed of Nissen, but a nice grab to retire Rasmussen.
Yeah, another really, really good play by Gorsh just to track that ball. It was fading coming off the bat, and it's moving away from her. To get out there and get the glove on it, really well done.
First out for the Raiders. Carly Elliott stands in. Elliott singled and flew out in the 4th and 5th in their last matchup. Looks at a strike. This has been a record-setting season for both Mount Vernon and especially for Williamsburg. Williamsburg set their win-loss record at 37-5. Mount Vernon 30-7. One now. Right down Broadway. Elliott now down 1-2. Becker. Fouled away, and count still remains 1-2.
Good defensive swing there just to keep the at-bat alive.
Becker looking in the dugout, receives the pitch call. One-two driven into center. Under it is Hooker. Calls everyone off, makes the grab. 2 outs.
Just so much backspin right off the bat there. You saw it shoot up in the air, had a bunch of speed, and almost as it hit a wall, didn't really hit a wall to win, it just spun back.
Annabelle Smith, now up, the 8-hole hitter. 2 strikeouts, but did get a walk. Watches 1. Go in the strike zone. Big swing and a miss, trying to go for second. Nesson gets there. Ball gets away, but not advancing. So now a runner in scoring position for Mount Vernon off the stolen base.
23rd stolen base in the season. Had 22 coming into the state tournament.
So Annabelle Smith still searching for that first hit. Could tie this game off one swing of the bat. But down 0-2 with 2 outs. Strike 3 called. Annabelle Smith down looking. Williamsburg strands the runner at second. They maintain their lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Welcome back on the Girls Union Network. Due up for the Williamsburg Raiders, McKenna Capper, Maddie Gorsh, and Clarissa Sewer.
First baseman number 4, McKenna Capper.
First baseman in the batter's box, awaiting the first pitch from Gookin. Fouled back. After the foul ball, Capper waits. Trickling in, and now even count. The 1-1 from Gookin. Fired into left center, going back at the wall, hits off the wall. Going towards second. A stand-up double for McKenna Capper.
Yeah, great hitting there. Williamsburg now in prime position to add to this lead with a runner in scoring position already.
So lead-off double for McKenna Capper. And extra base hits in today's game are brought to you by Channel Seeds. The enhanced Channel Seed brand is here to help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. So now the right fielder, Gorsh, will stand in. Gorsh was in the 9th spot in their last game. This is given a ride, drifting foul, out of play.
And Williamsburg seeing the ball really well out of Gookin's hands right now. Something's going to have to change if Mount Vernon wants to either stay alive in this game or come back to win it.
Only 1-0 so far in the bottom of the second. Capper at second. bunt. Goes foul. Porsche finds herself 0-2. From Gukin. Sat her down looking. That's her second strikeout looking of the day. Maddie Gorsh retired.
That's a really good pitch from Gukin. Actually, a good pitch around the corners to sit her down looking, but a good response to giving up a double on the previous batter.
Clarissa Sir now. Big hack. Just misses that pitch. 0-1. This goes foul. So now both batters in a row, Gorsh and Soar, go down 0-2 quickly. That ball bounces up, and Betcher has to go get it, and the runner moves to third off of that wild pitch.
Yeah, I think she just lost that low. I mean, bounced into the dirt before it even got to the plate.
So now a dangerous moment as the runner at third, 1-2, high and away.
You know, ordinarily you could say in a 1-2 count you can throw a chase pitch, but with a runner on third, if you throw one a little too far outside and it gets away, that's a run scored.
2-2 is fouled back. Trickles in again. Good block by Betcher. And Soar has worked the count full.
An important moment for Gukin. Get the second out. Give yourself in a position where you can't give up a sac fly.
Payoff pitch is skied up and just out of the reach of Rasmussen. Hits off the top of the dugout. So we'll do it once more. Full count from Gukin. Right down the middle for strike three. Her third strikeout looking on the day, and it matches her total against Williamsburg in their previous matchup.
And a really good pitch there, but I think Soar's got to get the bat off her shoulder in that situation.
So now a crucial second out. This is batted, lined right up towards Gukin, and the side is retired. The runner left stranded at third. We'll be right back with more softball. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament. As sole title sponsor of Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the mat and in the classroom, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders. 1-0, top of the third. Raiders on top as due up, and leading off for the Mustangs is Sherelle Telecki. Then we'll turn to the top of the order, Sophia Patton and Lucy Wischmeyer. Off speed, doesn't find the zone. Called strike. 1-1 now. Telecki, the 9-hole hitter, went 0 for 3 in their last matchup. Two-one from Becker. Fouled. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Telecki. Becker, not usually the main starter, but has been doing well. Only have surrendered 1 hit on the day and 1 walk.
Yeah, she's been solid in the circle today, and she's going to need to be, this Mount Vernon team, they've got some solid hitters. And, if they can get going, they're going to cause Becker some problems. But as now, she's been up to the task.
Full count, chopped. Allen, throw to first, not in time. Telecki showing her wheels on that play. And a leadoff single for Mount Vernon.
Yeah, and Williamsburg responded to that really well. They were on it and just not quite in time. A lot of speed from Telecki there.
So now the lineup turns over. Crucial hit by Telecki. And now Becker will have to go through hitters Patton, Wischmeyer, and possibly Gukin. Takes a pitch for a strike. Becker looking. And now sets her sights. 1-1. So going ahead. 2 strikes now to Patton. She flew out to left in the first. Popped up, possibly playable, but just escapes the reach and goes towards the dugout. Getting some encouragement from Sanchez, and Becker set to deliver her 38th pitch of the game. Upstairs. Even count. Two from Becker. Chop back, and then past the reach of both infielders. And a sneaky little hit. And back-to-back singles for Mount Vernon.
Yeah, and a really good hit there. Ball placed kind of in no man's land. Nothing the Williamsburg infielders can really do. If one dives, you don't really have a chance to make the play regardless. So a good single.
could have been more trouble as it bounced off the glove of Hooker. But fortunate for Williamsburg, both runners remaining at second and first, but Lucy Wishmeyer stands in. She flew out to right, but just only because Gorsh made a great grab in right field. Now with the chance to deliver with 2 runners on and nobody out. 1-0. Just misses the zone. 2-0 now.
I know Mount Vernon generally pretty aggressive at the plate, but I think here's the opportunity for some small ball. Lay down a bunt, advance your runners with no outs.
2 balls, no strikes. Popped up. And a gift to Allen and Becker, 1 out. So now 1 out. And Gukin will stand in. She walked in the first. Takes a strike. Finds the outer edge of the zone. (0-1). So with an even count, Gukin, she follows her sister from Addison, and then Telecki, who's on second, has her own family legacy. Her mother, Paige, a Hall of Fame pitcher from Lipson, is a part of multiple state championship teams. So Mount Vernon trying to hold that legacy. Gukin now with a 2-1 count. Looks at one outside. Now in an advantageous count. The chance to get another walk and load the bases. 3-1. Fouled away. Big payoff pitch coming. 3-2. Driven towards Allen. Throw to second. And then first. Double play. Good old 6-4-3. And Williamsburg strands 2 runners. They maintain their 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the third.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back. Here with you live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Bottom of the third, Williamsburg, as Hooker, Allen, and Sanchez due up. And it's a chance to extend their lead, and they have the momentum all on their side after a great double play, as it looked that Mount Vernon was going to respond and tie up this game or even take the lead. Williamsburg now keeps their 1-0 lead.
I think just some clutch pitching and some clutch defensive plays there, obviously. And now you have the chance to go take opportunity of it and extend the lead when the other team probably feels like you should be tied.
First pitch to Hooker. Bunt down and misplayed by Patton. Just couldn't get the glove on it. Spin escaped her grasp. It'll most likely be an error charge to Patton.
Yeah, it looks like there was just a little bit of miscommunication between Patton and Gookin there on who was going to play that, and it ends up costing them the base.
So now a leadoff base runner for Williamsburg. Kylie Allen had a sac bunt in the first, able to advance Hooker to third, and she came across the score, so represents the only run of this game. Williamsburg in the driver's seat to force another game. Given a ride out to left, Smith calmly grabs it for the first out.
Routine fly ball there, but good contact from Williamsburg. They continue to see the ball really well out of Gookin's hand.
Sanchez now up to bat. Her single is what brought Ava Hooker home, so she has lone RBI. Stolen base attempt, and easily in is Hooker, but looks like she may have left the base early.
I think that's the call, because that ball was definitely late to second, but I think it's got to be left the base early.
So that removes the base runner, and now 2 outs in the inning. Yeah, must be the only thing, because the throw was pretty late, but now Sanchez with no base runner to bring home. One and two now to Sanchez. Blind right at Rasmussen and makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down. Gookin retires the side in order. We head to the top of the 4th. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network. Powered.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why they are the proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing girls state softball tournament. They believe that by investing in our youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. Top of the 4th, Burnley Betcher up to bat. A catcher trying to tie this game up or start the rally to reclaim the lead. This has popped up, fouled. Becker pitching well through 3 innings, only allowing 3 hits so far. Fouled back, and now she's ahead 0-2 on Betcher. Oh, 2. Way outside. Not too competitive to Betcher.
No, I think more of a chase pitch there with the 0-2 lead. Just, really try to get it out of a place where if she does swing, there's almost no chance of the bat touching it.
1-2 from Becker. Off the end of the bat and fouled into the fencing of the Mount Vernon dugout. One ball and 2 strikes. Once more fouled into the stands. Once more, 1-2. One look in from Becker and fires outside. Now Betcher has evened it up.
Really good plate discipline back there. Been a few pitches that, probably right in her wheelhouse in terms of height, but way outside, didn't swing on those.
50th pitch coming from Becker. Lined right at Sewer. Puts it down and throw to first in time. Great recovery from Sewer. And the first out recorded.
Yeah, Sewer doesn't get the glove around it to nab that out of the air, but does just a really good job to block that, make sure it doesn't go past, turn into a base hit.
Nissen, the center fielder, singled and then has a stolen base in the second inning. She's also responsible for the spectacular catch out in center field that robbed a 3-run home run in their last matchup. And possibly, could argue, won them the game. Now they're in a position to where if they were to lose this game, they would get a rematch against Williamsburg and have the kind of rare event of a team facing each other 3 times in the postseason.
Yeah, it would be rare. That's one of the things that these double elimination tournaments add is you got to lose twice to be out until you reach the state championship game, and so
they've already had a doubleheader this season, and both teams from the WMAC conference, but as this one skied into right and under it, it's Gorsh to record the second out, but both teams from the WMAC. Mustangs in the east, whereas Mount Williamsburg in the west.
Third baseman number 19, Riley Rasmussen.
Rasmussen flew out into right, and then the second, it's her only at bat. Takes a strike. Oh, 1. Chip foul, and now quickly it's 2 away and 2 strikes. Rasmussen trying to extend the at-bat and the inning. Becker gets the call. Back on the rubber. It's high and away. Becker's 1-2. Just escapes the zone by a hair.
Williamsburg parents and fans vocal. I think they thought that was a strike. They were up with that as soon as it hit the glove.
Would have been Becker's second strikeout, but Rasmussen down 0-2 has now worked even, and this is fouled once more. It's making Becker work for outs. Pair of twos. Inside, Rasmussen has worked it full.
Really good plate discipline, especially there. You know, that's an inside pitch that a lot of batters try to get around, and it jams them, but really good plate discipline.
Payoff pitch from Becker. Skied. Under it is Sanchez. Makes the grab. Side retired in order, and we head to the bottom of the fourth. Williamsburg still up 1-0.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Looks like another perfect day to get out there and enjoy the summer.
Oh, before she gets in the car, it's easy to choose.
Iowa State Fair, August 13th through the 23rd.
Fourth inning on the Girls Union Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. Just about set. The 8th grader, Harper Myers, up to hit. Harper Myers is hitting .518 and second in the team in RBIs. Lands in front of Nissen and a lead-off single for Williamsburg.
I just ripped that out to center. Impressive that an 8th grader hitting that well. You know, she's hit well in the postseason. Williamsburg team, regardless of what happens today, not going anywhere.
Their dominance will continue. It's been a reign of terror on 3A. Slicing foul. And Williamsburg, if we take a look down memory lane, has won the last 3 state 3A championships, but in the last 10 years, there has not been a year in the current 2020s where they have not qualified for state.
Yeah, this is their 7th straight state appearance. And, you know, you mentioned how good the young players are on their team. Well, they're only graduating one senior, and that's Jersey Metz. So, regardless, this team going to be a force next year and even into the years after that.
Same could be said for Mount Vernon. They, too, only have one senior. It's the second baseman, Carly Elliott. Two. Misses up. So this pitcher-pitcher duel will, of course, end in a standoff. And And a full count. Jammed her inside. It's into the netting. Mets popped up to Gukin in the first. So Gukin won that battle. It's the second face-off. Center field, routine fly ball. And the first out in the fourth.
Yeah, really no issues there on a routine fly out. Good for Mount Vernon to get the first out while the runner is still on first. Kind of takes the ability to sacrifice bunt yourself a runner to third when you've already got one out, unless she's going to go steal a base.
Williamsburg, prolific in that department. On the season, they have 157 stolen bases to Mount Vernon's 69. And McCapper fouls another one.
Important to note, though, that the runner on first, Myers, only 3 of those stolen bases.
Oh, 2. Just staying alive. Capper doubled in the second and was left stranded at third. Misses away. One-two count to McKenna Capper. Now just eclipsing 40 pitches is Gukin. 2-2. Driven into center. Nissen makes the grab. Now her second out that she's recorded. Busy Glove out in center.
Busy Glove indeed. You know, obviously has had a few moments today, but had plenty of moments yesterday.
Gorsh struck out looking in her last at-bat. Quick pop-up by Betcher to look Myers back at first. It's a called ball. So 1-0 lead for Gorsh. Big swing and a miss. Gorsh rearing back for all of that one.
Yeah, I think she wanted to make this game 3-0.
1-1. Finds the bottom of the zone, and now 1-2 with 2 outs, and the runner left on first. One-two from Gukin. Just staying alive. Catching just a piece of that ball. Gorsh does have 7 home runs on the season. She's been swinging for the fences. It's a 1-2. Big swing and a miss. That is Gukin's 4th strikeout. And the runner left on base. 1 hit, no runs. We head to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back with more softball on the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
Welcome back to the 5th inning. Williamsburg still up 1-0. Trying to continue her scoreless shutout is Becker.
For the Mustangs, second baseman number 5, Carly Elliott.
Caitlin Becker, the junior, has been pretty stellar. Retired the side in order in the 4th. Now facing off against Carly Elliott. Flew out in her last at-bat. That ball just a bit outside.
Mentioned earlier that Becker's starting. If they face any trouble, they might bring in Metz, but she's really been up to the task, has had no issue with this Mount Vernon lineup.
Right field, Gorsh had to come in a little bit to make that grab, but does.
Yeah, that a ball that just kind of shoots off to the bat high, and you back up initially because it's much easier to move forward than it is backwards if you misjudge it. And so backs up and then comes in to make the play with how much spins on that.
Annabelle Smith struck out looking. One-0 count. Fouls it off. One apiece. Only 3 hits allowed so far and no runs. It's popped up. Calling for it, Sewer, and makes the grab. Quickly, 2 down.
Yeah, that Williamsville defense coming in play a lot. They've been really solid. I think the big thing is just they're not making much mistakes.
That brings up Sorrel Telecki. Right fielder singled after a lengthy at-bat in the 3rd. Soft grounder, Allen's throw to first. Not in time as Capper was brought off the base from the throw. It'll still be scored a hit.
Yeah, that throw a little off. Feels like she's probably got to make that one.
Not an error scored on that play, but a 2-out base runner for Mount Vernon. I'll turn the lineup over. Patton shot right back at Becker. Becker throws to first in time. Runner left stranded, 1 hit, no runs. And Williamsburg maintaining their lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why they're proud title sponsor of Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing girls state softball tournament. I believe by investing in our youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. So, fifth inning for Williamsburg, trying to expand their small 1-0 lead. Bottom of the order due up. And we'll have a pinch hitter for Williamsburg. Jordan Skaggs, a sophomore, in 49 at-bats, has 18 hits and 11 RBIs.
367 on the season, and obviously they have the one run, but when you're not hitting as well as you'd like to, and never an issue with a pinch hitter.
Away substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance. 0-2 to Skaggs now. One, two. Chopper. Sanchez underhand toss. Or rather, Elliott underhand toss to Patton.
Yeah, good on Elliott to call Patton off that. She was going towards it, and Elliott quickly the communication, I've got this.
So now another pinch hitter is Keston Spratt. Pinch hitting for Lily Ness. Spratt in 19 at-bats has 5 hits. And substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com.
Surprised to see 2 pinch hitters in a row from Coach Birdie.
Big swing and a miss. Gukin so far. Decent pitch count. Could probably go the whole game as that bounces into the batter's box and over the plate. 2-1. Fouled up. Two now. Strike 3. Got her swinging, and 2 outs recorded in the 5th.
Yeah, Gukin's really settled into this one. Gave up a run in the first, but since then has been absolutely lights out.
5th strikeout of the day. Ava Hooker now as the lineup turns over. Number 1 in the order. The center fielder takes a ball. Takes a strike. Williamsburg almost wasn't here today as they had to win it in extras in the 8th against PCM. Fanned on that pitch and just caught a piece. 1-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Williamsburg up 1-0, trying to force another game to make it win or go home to the state championship. Up and in. Another bouncing ball. And Hooker has worked the count full.
Big moment here. Mount Vernon definitely like to get out of the inning and get the bats back on the field.
Misses up, and a 2-out base runner for the Raiders. It's up to Kylie Allen to try and pass the baton and extend this lead. The closest I've seen a plane come to this ballpark.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them over the past few days. Airport right next to Rogers Park here in Fort Dodge.
Runner going and in safely. So we've seen that a bit. Hooker having a stolen base in the 1st, left in the 3rd, but left the base too early, and now has one in the 5th. Scoring position now with 2 outs. Kylie Allen trying to bring her home. Grounder goes foul. Oh, 2 count to Allen. Pitch missing outside. Due up for Mount Vernon next is Wishmeyer, Gookin, and Betcher. So the heart of the order in the 6th. They can get to work if they record this last out. Popped up and fouled.
So important for Mount Vernon to get out of this here. Would be an absolute morale killer to give up another run with 2 outs on the board.
So already past 75 pitches for Gookin. This is important in case Williamsburg wins. And it'll be a tough decision for head coach Robin Brandweather to send her back out there.
Obviously, this is a hypothetical at the moment, but with Williamsburg leading, I do wonder if it would be the case where Mount Vernon possibly starts Nissen in the circle, then brings Gookin in to close.
Be my guess. Again, they would play later tonight, so they'd have some time to rest. Now Allen worked the count full. Back-to-back full counts, and starting to see some of the efficiency that Gookin has worked with kind of wear off. Having to earn her outs. The payoff pitch. This was barreled up, but very early. And goes into the crowd for the 4A field.
It looked like it went right off the media tent.
3-2. And another walk. Back-to-back walks after getting 2 outs. So now some traffic on the base pass for Hayden Gookin. This will be a meeting in the circle.
I wouldn't expect to see her replaced, but just, come in, settle her down, say, hey, you've got 2 outs. We've gotten a few strikes, and they're going to battle, but, we trust you to get this done, and we also trust your defense behind you. So, just settle down, get that third out, and give yourself a chance with the bats, because you do only have 6 outs remaining when you come back offensively.
So the infield disperse, still talking with assistant coach Corn Kennedy, and now she leaves the circle. Big moment for both teams. Williamsburg trying to extend their lead, force another game, but Mount Vernon trying to keep it a 1-run deficit and possibly take the lead in the next inning with the order due up. First pitch to Sanchez. And Sanchez, dangerous hitter, of course. We've mentioned it throughout this tournament. Committed to Creighton and has hit .562 this season. Another ball bouncing in, throw to third, and safe. Both runners steal. So now 2 runners in scoring position off the double steal.
This is where this gets dangerous for Mount Vernon. Obviously an explosive hitter at the plate. And now both runners in scoring position, so much that even a single could bring both home.
Huge moment with 2 outs in a 1-0 ball game. 1-1. Gets away, but Betcher able to quickly get to it. Hooker stays put, so does Allen.
Really important that Betcher got down to get to that. Surrendering an earned run is one thing. Surrendering a run on a passed ball with 2 outs is just the worst feeling.
Looks like Hooker maybe bleeding a little bit on the arm. The dirt gets a little rough after drying up from consistent play, so she's patched up, ready to go. And we're back to a crucial at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike to Taylor Sanchez. Drilled into the outfield. Coming around to score is Hooker. Allen scores. 2 RBI single. And the Raiders extend their lead 3-0.
And big-time players make big-time plays, and that was a big-time play from Sanchez. Just ripped that, so much velocity off the bat into the outfield. Not really much the third baseman can do, and that's the danger of giving up walks with 2 outs.
And with 2 outs, back-to-back walks, and Williamsburg makes Gookin pay. Strike to Myers. Myers singled in the 4th. So Sanchez coming up huge to extend Williamsburg lead and possibly force another game.
And I think the question now becomes, when you do get out of this inning, if you don't score anything in the top of the 6th, do you take out Gookin to save her arm that little bit more for the rest?
1-1 misses. So still a chance to do some damage as the cleanup hitter, Harper Myers, drills it left field, and it does not get down as Smith is there to make the final out. Not before 2 come across the score and 1 left stranded. Williamsburg increases their lead 3-0. You're watching the girls' state tournament powered by Mid-American Energy.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
We're watching the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. The sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Iowa Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl and cultivating individuals with great character, strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. By investing in Iowa's youth, we're investing in Iowa's future.
Big moments at the plate upcoming for Mount Vernon.
Top of the 6th. Not a lot of ball game left. More potentially some free softball, but first Mount Vernon, their task got just a little bit harder. A 1-run deficit now increased to 3, but they have hitters 2 through 4 due up. Wishmeyer has been a stellar hitter, but is 0 for 2 today. Back in the center field, Hooker makes the grab.
Yeah, and that really the first time it feels like they've got any power off of Becker, but right to Hooker.
So Gukin now, she grounded in a double play in the third, and she had 2 base runners on and possibly could have tied it. This is popped up. Allen makes the grab. 3 pitches and 2 outs.
Certainly not the start to the 6th you were hoping for if you're Mount Vernon, especially going through the meat of your order.
Becker's been stellar, under 70 pitches rather. Now Betcher, 0 for 2 as well. Pair of ground balls, fly ball into right. Gorsh tracking it, makes the grab. 3 outs in 4 pitches. And Becker dealing, retiring the side in order. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Ready? Let's go.
Mom, over here. Yeah, this kind of thing can happen when you're hiking, but no worries, Mom. I can prescribe something to soothe the itch.
Unity Point Health looks at your family's health from your point of view, offering same-day appointments with expertise focused on what matters most to you. Unity Point Health, expert care focused on you.
Bottom of the 6th, Williamsburg up 3-0, inching closer to forcing another game in their quest for a four-peat, something no Iowa school has done in softball in any class. Jersey Mets due up, and it seems like head coach Adam Birdie's strategy is going to pay off as he rested Jersey Mets for this first game, expecting Williamsburg to win. So far, he has been proven correct, 3-0, and will most certainly be Jersey Mets back in the circle for Game 2.
Yeah, and I think, obviously a testament to the confidence in his team, but I think it can't be understated just how well Becker has played today. She's only given up 4 hits, and they've all been singles, and outside of that, Mount Vernon's just been really unable to do anything at the plate.
First pitch to Mets. Outside. Capper on deck, and Mount Vernon needs a quick 3 outs to get back to work. But Williamsburg can make their Mount Vernon's task a lot harder. Down 3-0. Grounder right at Rasmussen. Throw to first. 5-3. I'll bring up McKenna Capper. First baseman doubled and then advanced on the wild pitch in the second, but since then flew out in the fourth. Now with a third at bat, a chance to extend Williamsburg's lead. Williamsburg searching for the 40th win on their season. Just incredible testament to this team.
Yeah, they've had a phenomenal year, and at the moment it looks like that year is going to continue.
Past the glove of Wishmeyer into left field. Kenna Capper with a base hit.
Williamsburg definitely starting to, I wouldn't say grow into this game, but as Gukin goes deeper, they've had a lot more success at the plate.
Starting to feel it, for sure.
Right fielder number 6, Maddie Gorsh.
Starting to feel that their season will continue for one more game, and I'm sure they're confident that they're going to win that second game in advance. Gorsh fouls it off. Gukin already past 90 pitches on the day. Be curious to see what Robin Brand, head coach of Mount Vernon, does. Mentioned it earlier that Nissen has had experience in the circle.
Nissen certainly with experience. I think ideally you want Gukin to get out of this inning quick, but that's not going to help, because you want to limit her pitch count going into what right now seems like a certainty. It's not certain, but tonight's game.
An error on Rasmussen. So now 2 base runners with 1 out. Now we'll bring up Clarissa Sewer back in. Grounder, Wishmeyer, throw to first in time. So no double play. They'll take the sure out at first, but now runners advance to third and second.
And the good news there is now with 2 outs, you eliminate the possibility of having a sacrifice anything to drive in a run, but no. Runners on second and third with 2 outs is the exact opportunity that Williamsburg took in the last inning to add to that lead.
Lily Ness with 2 outs, a chance to extend the lead. Ness lined right back to the pitcher in the first, or in the second inning rather. She's ahead in the count. 2 balls, 0 strikes. Driven into left. Gets down off the wall. Coming in to score is Gorsh. 2 RBI double for Lily Ness. And the Williamsburg fandom can feel it that they have likely forced a game 2.
Yeah, that's just a tough situation if you're Mount Vernon now, because that's a second time you've given up a 2 RBI double with 2 outs. And all of a sudden, this task that was 1-0, it was 3-0. It's now 5-0 going into the final inning. You've got 3 outs to make up 5 runs, and it almost feels insurmountable at this point.
Bring up a phenomenal point. 4 runs have come across the score with 2 outs. Gukin just unable to find that third out. And you're almost look back to the error on Rasmussen. You wonder if maybe they could have gotten out of the inning. And now the lineup turns over as well as Hooker's now at the plate. She's reached all 3 times. Base hit, error, and walk. This is popped way up and will just be out of reach. Hooker will, if she does get on base, it's almost a certainty that she'll steal a base as well. 3 stolen bases on the night.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see her attempt that.
1-1. Takes it outside. 2-1.
Yeah, they do have one.
2-1's fouled back, and now once again capable of getting out of the inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner on second. And now a 5-0 ball game. Grounded pass. The infield coming across the score is Ness. Ava Hooker extends the Raiders' lead 6-0.
5 of 6 runs for Williamsburg have come across with 2 outs. That's some clutch hitting, but if you're Mount Vernon, it's really hard to win games when you're giving up runs with 2 outs.
Just back-breaking runs with 2 outs, unable to get out of these innings. And now a steal right on cue by Ava Hooker, and we talked about it as soon as she gets on base that she would attempt it. Now third base, not out of the question. And right now the walk-off run is at the plate. And Kylie Allen. Kylie Allen has 2 home runs on the season. She takes a strike.
Almost certain now at this point that these 2 teams will be playing again later tonight, and the longer Gookin goes into this game, the less she'll be able to pitch in that one.
Driven into left, just foul. That would have been gone if perhaps she timed it up just a little bit later. Grounded. Elliott throw to first in time, and finally the second out recorded. Not before 4 runs come around to score, and Williamsburg extends their lead 6-0. Last chance for Mount Vernon in the top of the 7th.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Top of the 7th, last 3 outs for Mount Vernon to manufacture a spectacular comeback, but they've been mowed down by Kaylin Becker, and Becker started this game in hopes that Jersey Mets would start the second and just assure themselves of reaching the state championship. Williamsburg fans in good spirits trying to do a mini wave to our left.
The grandstand's not huge here on Iowa Central Field, but certainly enough to do a mini wave. And I think Williamsburg's feeling pretty good, just dominating. Probably feel pretty confident going into tonight's matchup.
Williamsburg beat West Liberty 15-1 and then faced Mount Vernon after they defeated PCM 6-2. Mount Vernon came out victorious 5-4. It forced Williamsburg to go in the elimination bracket, and they beat PCM 4-2 in extras in the 8th. So now in their second matchup, they're currently up 6-0 in the semifinal round and will most likely force a second game. Kinley Nesson currently at bat. Center field, and actually this will die. Allen under it. One away.
Yeah, just Mount Vernon not able to get the power or really get anything down against this Williamsburg defense. This one.
Becker has just been outstanding. I'm sure another player might get player of the game, but for me, Becker has been outstanding this game, just only allowing 4 hits and no runs, and likely might go the distance and secure a shutout.
Has stepped up into a spot where her coach put her confidence in her, and she paid that off with a win.
Right, the confidence must be flowing through her veins right now to know that she was tapped for an elimination game, because if Williamsburg lost this game, Mount Vernon would advance to the 3A state championship. Rasmussen trying to give Mount Vernon some hope. She's down in the count, 1 ball to 2 strikes. Pitch outside. Two. Ground ball to third. Serves throw in time. And Mount Vernon down to their last out. Carly Elliott, now the last hope to start a rally.
Gonna need some clutch hitting here and some clutch hitting in every subsequent batter from that.
First pitch misses. Carly Elliott 0 for 2 is flown out to center and right, hoping to start a rally. Good thing is for Mount Vernon, they're not out of it. Ground ball. Allen, throw to first. In time. Williamsburg defeats Mount Vernon 6-0. And they will force a second game. A brilliant performance from Kaylin Becker.
Well, it'll be Game 3 in the state tournament and Game 5 between these two teams. And I think the interesting part is that Hayden Gukin won't be a part of it in the circle, most likely, just because of how many pitches she went deep today.
And so the second game will happen later tonight. And it will be at 5:30, the Iowa Central Field. Let's send it over to the PA for awards.
And now we'd like to recognize today's quick star of the game, Kaylin Becker from Williamsburg. Stand up for the honor of advancing her team on the bracket. Thanks to Quick Star for their
So Williamsburg wins 6-0 and forces a Game 2. Final thoughts, Thomas?
Yeah, I think that was a really good bounce-back performance from Williamsburg. Obviously, they needed it, and I think now the interesting thing is both these teams, they made decisions in strategy and expecting a win, and, that obviously benefited Williamsburg, and it kind of backfired for Mount Vernon. So I think Mount Vernon